the knowledge of human being, like who we are and where are we heading for. And then, of course, I learned how to meditate. And then, of course, through meditation, we know that we can get more knowledge, information from other dimensions, from the masters, ascended masters. Mm-hmm. And then I've been as well teaching for many years, this type of teachings, knowledge. And then I resonate a lot with when I met Marco in one of the videos. And then I started to find out, to get more information about it, because actually he has the same path, right? And then I decided to see if I could enjoy your group. Yes, I see you're in the same, right, feelings. Yeah. So thank you for accepting me.
Thank you. You're so welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. How many are we in the group that usually gets into the meetings?
It's very
it's
different every time. What did you say, Rosemary?
It goes on and off, back and forth.
Yeah.
Sometimes are lots, sometimes are few. It's just whatever fluctuation we're into.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, probably around 40 in the group, but other people also drop in.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you.
It's growing.
Yeah.
When did you start it? When does this group start?
Sometimes in August. I can't remember. It's
not long ago.
No, it's fairly new.
Couple of months ago.
Sorry.
Maybe, yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, little by little.
Yes, we keep creating.
Yes, sure.
Growing and expanding.
Yeah, the way how I got into it is because of the information that I was reading on a presentation that was interviewing Marco, one of the someone from here, to him, and then about the OPPT, and then I got kind of confused. I'm still kind of confused on that, and then I said, "Oh, this sounds very strong." That I needed to know more about it. So. So I went to the webpage and then I received an email so I can download the document. I'm not able to download, I don't have the app, so I have to download the app first in order to do that and read more about it and understand, because I still don't understand 100% on that, how it works.
Takes a while sometimes to integrate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the presentation?
Probably
about the OPPT?
I
saw one interview, a guy, an American guy, he was interviewing to Marco and then Barbara, cannot remember her last name, Banco. Yes, they were talking about it in English, of course. They were talking about it, but it sounds very interesting. But it's kind of, I mean.
There is a presentation that's been made not too long ago that might clear up a lot of things for you. It's very helpful. It's very easy to understand.
Is that on YouTube?
No. It's on one of the. It's in all the chats right now, but I guess we can send it to you after the meeting.
Okay. Yeah, that would be nice.
You could also join our small international group. It's also posted in there. And there are several people also in the beginning stages in the group. So
there's another group for international, you mean?
Yes, it's a small one.
There's a lot of
Okay.
people.
What's the link there, Solblum, for her?
I feel in school now. I feel all
that
my
was
school
the thing.
companions. There's so much. This is so funny.
Yes, I
Okay.
can put the. Okay.
OPPT, you know, has a big aspect of working together. There are these papers, documents, but also there is the spiritual part, the connection with our divine self and our soul, which is the fundamental part of this movement, this, let's say, activity. And there is the most of the groups are doing work on into the practical things of the documents, how do the documents, etc. But this group here has been created to connect between us and support the whole thing, which has to do with the spiritual part, which for us is the most important. It's like a pyramid, you know, and the top of the pyramid is our spirit. Is the core of the meaning of the one people and the I am, we is concept. And without the connection with the spirit, all the rest is not able to be materialized on this planet. So we gather together some people from these groups where we met there actually, but everybody here has his own history. And we are here to support the spiritual part and to connect as souls and to discuss things here about the last path, the ascension of the humanity, everything that is happening now into the invisible and visible world. And the group here is quite powerful because we connect this, and at the same time, in the invisible level, we support the work of the OPPT process and other similar communities on Earth through our own path.
Yes, interesting. That is correct what you're saying. I agree with you. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a smaller group, but it is growing, and this was the need we felt that we should do something that connect us with this, which is the most important. This is the most important for everybody, the connection with the I am, and then with the we is beyond the papers and whatever, because the papers is the practical, but here we do the other work.
Right.
So
Last night I was
we are glad.
downloading some documents in Spanish version, and then I got into that. It was so much information. And I said, wow, I need to go little by little to understand, because there are some words that you need to know how to interpret and how to communicate, I guess. And well, I know there is a lot of information, but anyway.
Take it easy. Information goes through the mind, but everything works through the soul and the connection with your heart, and just let it come in and trust, and it will take its time when everybody is ready. It works like this. Don't put it here, put it here. And
You have to
everything
have an
goes
open
like
mind to understand this, right? And then, of course, with your heart and head and heart, understanding everything, and then assimilate. Especially, I believe, has the human being, it's awaken little by little, because I believe that there is something going on in the universe, that it's in the cosmos actually, that it's affecting us through our solar system, and then of course our Mother Earth. It's affecting that energy that is coming to us, and we are getting closer and closer to these rings. How do you call these rings? To the, I forgot Spanish or English.
Say it in Spanish.
¿Ah?
Say it in Spanish.
Los anillos de acciones.
The
los
Alcyon
anillos-
rings.
The Alcyon rings.
Alcyon. Mhm.
Alcyon rings. Thank you. And then, of course, that energy is it's helping us to awake And then, of course, I think with all this information that is coming now to light, it's helping us to wake up and to understand, and of course, to do something about it. We understand that there are two forces, the light and the dark. And then we are trying, as a human beings, trying to assimilate and trying to get into the light. Our conscience is pushing us to actually to continue to rise, right? And then basically what you're telling us about the OPPT, that really surprised me. Something that I didn't know, and then but it's true. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I understand that. Anyway, there's a lot to learn. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any special themes you would like to talk about today? Anything on your heart?
Wasn't somebody going to do some kind of communication?
No, she can't. Sika,
who
she wrote that she cannot be here. She forgot she has to be in another meeting. So
yeah, it was exciting, her proposal.
yes.
Well, me myself, for example, I am going right now through a bunch of things that I consider like tests, like that, like it's how do I say it? It's not ability, but whatever I think I have learned, it's right now things are happening in a way that I have to apply everything I have been learning. So it's a very interesting moment for me. And if you guys want to, we can maybe talk about that part, that I think it happens to every soul at different times in their life here on Earth. So that is one thing. I don't know. I just throw it in there.
What are you experiencing?
Well, there's a lot of things that are kind of difficulties since I arrived here, actually since I moved from the US to here to Mexico. And in each moment, I kind of have to step out of getting engaged emotionally, you know, and trying to recreate what I want. So it's been working good so far, but it's like, it's continuous. It's fun. It's fun, and it's a test. So I don't know what you guys think about that thing of being tested, and to see if what you learned, it's really embedded in your soul consciousness or not.
Also, yeah, trusting the unknown, really.
I think Gabriel wants to say something.
I resonate with that, Rosemary, because I'm being put to the test. I should say I'm putting myself to the test this week as well. So you know, maybe some of you know or not know, I do a lot of workshops. Well, I used to do a lot of workshops, leadership workshops, and all of these workshops used to be things I used to do live, face-to-face in groups. And the people I used to do workshops with a lot was most of the time they're leaders of businesses, all kinds of businesses. And of course, you know, with all this situation we've been going through since last year, obviously there were no more workshops. So I started to do some of the workshops online. And I had to go back to some of my previous functions to be able to offer my services. And so I have a previous client who wanted to do a workshop this week. And so it was a month in preparation, and it's going to be a live workshop. And so, you know, the challenges I'm facing, and this is the constant voices I have in my mind, are related to how is that going to be now? And I know for a fact that all of these beings that I'm going to be facing, there are going to be 10 people to be specific. They're all been, you know, obviously vaccinated, and they're all into the narrative. And so it's like, so the voices I have in my mind is, you know, is how will I be able to handle that situation in all neutrality? And to be in a position of power within myself, not obviously towards them. So it's a struggle. It's been like you say, Rosemary, it's a test to see, you know, where I stand. And I'll tell you, it's not a comfortable position to be in this week. And I'm actually looking forward till it's over. So I wanted to share that, you know, and if anybody has insights, whatever. I know it's all internal work, and it's about being focused on my compass, which is to achieve a certain level of neutrality. And neutrality is being connected to the heart. And I know all of this, but it's a knowing. I need to just continue integrating. But I have this ego voice that's constant. The ego voice is there. Okay, step out, step in, step out. And I have to also honor the voices and not suppressing them. So I have the challenges, and I completely understand where you're going through.
Yeah, that's some challenge. So I would say stay to your truth. But I don't know how that I never given a workshop like with to that circle of people. So I move more into the artistic environment where you can say whatever and they said, oh yeah, whatever. They don't care.
Yeah, one experiment that you can do is to remove all the labels.
Mm-hmm.
So vaccinated, not vaccinated, whatever, just remove it all, and remove even the word challenge test, and see it as an opportunity. And in that way you can relax into the moment and just to see the perfection in everyone and everybody and everything, and then you operate and you allow with zero expectation to the soul to guide you to whatever needs to be said, without having any judgment to whatever role and frequencies they are tuning in. You know, it's all exactly what they need to do in that moment. It's not right or wrong. It's what they need to experience. And so you have the opportunity to share your feeling, what you feel about it, with no judgment, and that would make a very strong impact, because when they feel that you don't judge them, they might open to receive something that otherwise they wouldn't.
Yes, very helpful. Thank you, Marco. I will certainly step into that.
I also mentioned with myself, because last month we had many visitors in our house, because here in Crete it's very nice in the summer, you know, we had many visitors, and they came lovely friends or relatives who were vaccinated. And in the beginning I was thinking about this, but then I said I didn't even thought about it. I accept them, like Marco said. I just accept that all these people are with me. They are in the same reality like I am. I am an eternal being. I'm having an experience here, and I'm having a trust and love to all the beings around me. And I don't put any labels. I believe it's important for us to vibrate in a high vibration, which is the vibration of love. With no fear and total trust to our eternal essence and to our soul destiny. So if we vibrate with love, I believe we are protected. Anyway, we are protected because we are eternal beings. And everything that will happen is only filter that we put, and distract us to the darkness or to fear or to blockages to anger. So just vibrate with love, open to the other people, to every being around us, and be in the now. This is my position on this. I experience this whenever I experience myself going out of this, out of now, and I'm thinking about through other terms which have no trust or no love, then I get into the actual death. So love each other, and this makes the difference for everybody. There's not us and them, there's not, we are all one and connected. This is my point of view, and not view of being, actually.
Yeah, it's the feeling of appreciation for the role that they're playing, because they are playing a role, an important role within the dualistic game, you know? And so we feel appreciation for the role they're playing, because through them also we have a lot to learn. In this case, to learn maybe what is not a good idea, for example, you know. So appreciation is always the highest frequencies that the soul has access to. And if we can embrace appreciation in every moment, then the soul will tell exactly what to do and what to say, what to say, and how to endure whatever situation is in front of our eyes.
I agree with both of you. Basically, we do understand that planet Earth, it's actually a school for all the souls that are coming in and incarnate here for a reason, and for a reason we are here to learn and learn the experience. And but I think it's time to go back to home.
I think that many people are in the same situation right now, but at this very moment, I'm trying to I'm trying to do the best I can, is to honor my values first, and to see everything in a perspective of love, because now I have some challenges with I have to face maybe some challenges with my work because of my choices. And I'm also a Reiki healer. I give Reiki to some people. And a friend of mine who is vaccinated asked me to give her some energy. And I was skeptical at first. And some fear was, below I cannot express it so easily now, but you understand me, I think. But then I said, everything is where it should be. And I will have trust, and I will see what it is going to happen. And this is what I'm trying to keep in my mind every day.
Thank you. That's nice. Appreciate it.
Also, something I want to say is that something I practiced quite long ago, for a long time now, is the inner silence and the silence. This is a very good practice, not to be noisy in your mind and into your life. And the more I find myself to work as an observer, to observe myself, then I can, from another perspective, then I get into the silence, and these things are always, this position is the right one. So when we see ourselves to be very noisy, it's better do an inner diving and being silent. The wisdom is hidden there for all of us.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, we need to learn how to dive in through meditation, because that opens the door or the portal to other dimensions, basically. It's where we receive all the information. And then in that, we learn and help us how to live our life and understand, of course, the situation, what surrounds us. And then, of course, through that, we can help others, helping us and helping others as well through that knowledge. Basically, it's not only that masters throughout ages, they came incarnating into Earth to give us some teachings and then to help us awaken. We live for about 2,000 years in darkness in the era of Pisces. Now we're in the era of Aquarius. And then, of course, things are changing drastically, are changing now. And then we're getting closer and closer to many changes. For some people, we might see like could be like the end of something, but it's just a transformation. Mother Earth also, it's changing as well, and will do the work. And of course, as once she ascends to the other dimension, to the fifth, that's what it's been said. Everything that is on it will go through there as well. But if we are prepared to that, I know and I learned that and she has her own vibration, and we as a human being, we also have our vibration energy. But that is the point, that it's very, very important to raise that energy. And then, of course, the ego is part of us, but unfortunately, the ego is the one that it doesn't help us vibrate the energy that we need to raise up. And then we need to try to learn how to observe ourselves to distinguish who's talking in our mind. Is it ego or the conscience? And then we need to differentiate to learn. And of course, we know at this point right now, there are other forces. Through prayer, for example, we invoke those energies. We can call angels, masters, archangels, seraphims, whatsoever, we call them. And of course, they are here. They're here to help us. And then not only them, there are others energies that are coming from others, other planets or galaxies, perhaps, to help us. But we have to do the work, because the work is not easy, basically, to transcend. It's a task that belongs to us as a human being. We need to actually do the work and change. Through love, yes, through love, we do a lot of things. And then, but we need to, first of all, in order to help others, we need to know it ourselves first, and investigate. And then once we know what's in it, evaluate as well, then we learn through love to help others as well, through those energies and teachings. The consciousness is there. And then, of course, but I heard so many things that I don't dare to talk right now, because it's very delicate concept to talk about this. So I'm not going to touch that part. That may affect human being right now, may affect. We as a mass of humanity, I can consider like a one soul, because we all come from the absolute, from God, right? From the creator, from the source. And then, but basically, most of the people still with our eyes closed, and then has sleep, And then we need to, it's hard to help others to awake, because actually it's each of us individually, we have to do the work. And then through that, we get the wisdom to help others. Not long ago, I heard someone, I don't remember his name, he receives a lot of, I believe he's already awake, because he goes out of body, an astral body, and then he receives a lot of messages from other beings in other dimensions. And then he brings the information, then he gives to humanity. And then what he says, actually, first, we're giving right now the power. We're giving the power to this, to all these forces that is trying to fight and not letting us erase our conscience. And then because we've been programmed for so long, thinking that someone will save us. But basically, we are the ones who have to do the work. So we have to demand our freedom. And that's what it caught my attention when I heard this lecture with Marco and somebody else in English. And I say, that makes sense. I mean, it's kind of confusion, but it makes sense. And then I say, yes, we are the people, civilization. It's already, we are in the matrix, and we have to break that matrix. We have to liberate our souls as human beings. So I agree. I would like to hear some words from Marco, if you don't mind.
Okay, thank you, Grace.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the OPPT, it's a beautiful module for us to trigger the remembering who we are. And the challenge, let's say challenge, the opportunity is to make a distinct, to make a differentiation, which is very subtle, between going against and say no, thank you. There is a difference that makes a huge impact on the result. Most of the people right now involved in the OPPT, I hear echo. Do you hear echo too, guys? Oh,
No.
Yes.
You don't? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to talk when you hear your voice right away while talking. It really distracts you. But anyway.
Maybe we should mute ourselves, everybody, and open the microphone when we want to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Calliope. So what I'm observing right now within the OPPT beautiful family, which is quite huge, is many people are using OPPT as a weapon. And of course, for as long as you use it as a weapon, you continue to sponsor the idea of a battle. And so you perpetuate and validate a system that must be fought. And that's exactly the kind of nutrition that the system needs. So we need to shift from this love that is selective, is a love that loves light and goes against darkness, which is the typical Luciferian reptilian kind of love, which loves a light that in order to justify its existence needs its opposite, the darkness. And now we need to raise our consciousness to embrace a light that does not have opposite. The light within the dualistic world, it's a beautiful light, but it's a light that needs darkness to exist. And it's a beautiful light because it gives us a game to play. So we can play a game. And now we are at the moment where we are ending a game to play another game. And in order to get out from this game, we need to embrace a delight that usually waits for us at the end of the game, which is the light that embraces everything, light and darkness and everything in between. So the OPPT is valuable only when we are going towards the system, appreciating the whole aspect of the game, not only the good one, not only the good boys, the good guys, but also everybody else in the same manner. And that's when the game it's over. But for as long as we keep loving only a selective part of the dualistic game, the dualistic game keeps going and going and going. And this system or hologram or dream that we've been living for 10,000 years now is ready to die. Die meaning transforming into light. Is ready, is a beast that is tired. He has been playing this game for so long, and now it's ready to let go. And the only reason, paradoxically, that is still alive is because we are keeping feeding it, because we are not willing to let go our past, the narrative from which we have been defining ourselves. The narrative that comes from the system have been defining ourselves almost totally. And so we are paradoxically keeping the beast alive with our fighting, with our fear, with our resistance, with our resentment, or all those emotions that are low. And we keep being food for the beast. And so the beast, although it wants to die, it keeps getting nutrition, and it hangs in there for a little bit longer, until the collective just say, okay, I love you. I appreciate the wonderful game that you have gifted us for these years. We learned so much from this duality. And now we want to give you the permission to go and to transform yourself into light. And so we let go at you. So the OPPT document is like, I let you go. I signed this document as a way to let you go. You are free now. I don't hold you with my fear anymore. I don't hold you with my fighting or my anger or whatever. I just let you go. Go in peace. And I appreciate you for what you've given us, because now we are master. Thanks to you, we have learned so much about the low frequencies. We know so much about scarcity, survival, fear, separation, that we have so much to teach now once we let go of this game and we go to the next one. So that is the way how the OPPT is asking, the level of consciousness that is asking for really, really work. And until we don't embrace it in that way, we are keeping getting a response for the system, a reaction for the system, then we react back, and then they react back, and we keep going and going. Although eventually everything will collapse, because the Earth frequencies are raising very rapidly now. So, but that's to respond to what you were saying, Grace. It's just the OPPT needs to be embraced from that light that does not have opposite, that loves everything and appreciates everything.
And I want to add something to what Marco said. You know, in the Greek language, there is a word that is very right about the light that Marco just described, because I feel it exactly the same like it is. Is the light that sets the truth And in the Greek, the word that describes the truth is called alithia, and alithia means the one who reveals the forgetfulness, who gets you out of the forgetfulness. So this light who says the truth, that get us out of the forgetfulness and connect us with the oneness of our soul, this is the only light that exists, that embraces, like Marco said, the darkness and the light in this material world. And this only can work like this, through the alithia, through the remembrance of each one of us who we really are, connected with the universe and connected with the oneness of the eternity of our soul. So thank you for saying this, Marco. It's the truth that guides us to the oneness.
Yeah, thank you. And it's interesting because sooner or later, we are going to find out that we are that light that we are seeking of. We are it, you know. Because we are the fountain of life. We are source. Just having an experience through an hologram, through a game. So
Yeah, like it's been said, we are living in a human experience. Actually, we're spirits living a human experience. That's what it is. It's true. I agree with you.
yeah, there is this is basically a good way to define the difference between organic 3D and organic 5D. The organic 3D is still more identified with the physical aspect of it. And so it is more like I am a human being having a spiritual experience once in a while. And then the 5D goes the other way around. It's a soul having a temporary physical experience. That's the shift that occurs between 3 organic D and 5 organic D. It's very subtle, but and they are both beautiful worlds to experience.
Right.
And now we can see you in the light, Marco.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. That's right.
We saw the dark side of you, and now the light is gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's reminding me what you were saying about that we are that light. It's like it reminded me how in the universe everything is into everything and everything is everything at the same time. There's no time or space. And in the most small little particle, there's a whole universe, and that whole universe contains a small little particle. It happens all at the same time. So we are all, and we are us also.
Yes, we are co-creators actually of the change. So like Marco said, we're playing. We need to know how to learn how to play, but we can change everything. It's within us, the wisdom, actually. We are part of the source. That is correct. Anyway.
Yeah, I would add that we are actually the source itself, not part of it, but the source itself.
Yes, but the thing is that we have the ego, and once the ego is there, we have two energies, and then we are the source, yes, but not 100%. The soul is fragmented into with the ego that is trapped. The ego traps the soul, and it's fragmented to many pieces. We need to liberate that so we can incorporate the soul, unite, and then integrate 100% into the source, into God. That there is a teaching about that as well from the ascended masters, but not many of us as understood that secret teachings. There are some secret teachings that Master Jesus gave to the Gnostics by then. Of course, the Gnostics still exist actually in the actual present time, and they are given this type of teachings as well. And I've been part of that teaching as well. And then I know of course, there's something else that the DNA and the pineal gland have to activate in order for us to integrate fully into the source. And so we can, because we're channels, we channel the energy from the cosmos, and then we transmit that energy to Mother Earth as well. And then depending on the level of our concept of view, what we understand, what is life, we transmit those energies to Mother Earth. There is an impact, a strong impact that the Earth is receiving right now. Not everything with the suffering or the changes that she's giving right now is not only from us, but of course there is an event, a great event in the cosmos that will come to this planet, affecting this planet. And then, and not only us, we interfere in that, in those events as well, because the way how we create this three-dimensional world, we got used to it, but actually it's affecting us. Contamination, pollution, and things like that. And then that contributes to damaging and hurting our Mother Earth. But besides, there's something else that it's in the cosmos, in the space, that is getting closer and closer to us. And it will be besides the rings, the Alcyon rings, there is something else that is coming to us. And then, the scientists already knows about this, and then, but they do not understand what's going on. But anyway, going back to us, basically it's, we need to help our DNA activate as well as our pineal gland. There is a secret on the pineal gland, and it's very important to activate. And then in the ancient church or Gothic churches, we see those symbols. And then it means actually that once that pineal gland is activated, it will help us communicate with other dimensions as well. So we need to awake and help awake our chakras as well. I mean, we all have powers, we all have, but those powers are dormant, and then we have to just activate. Of course, that what is going on right now, it's helping us little by little, but still we need to do the work. Yes, indeed, with love and everything. We need to how to. There are many practices about this, how to activate the DNA And then not long ago, I learned how to accidentally, because I was feeling bad. And then I was in bed a night and I didn't feel well. Something happened to me. And then I had some like an intuition steps what to do myself. And what I did, I just put my hands in my head, and then I felt a strong energy inside the head, like in from the third eye inside the pineal gland. And then I noticed that from there you can heal yourself. And then through other techniques that I learned, I say, wow, it's incredible. And then but you are learning little by little through those steps to help activate as well your chakras. There are some other energies that we need to take care of it. And then, but I will tell you that later on, not now. That will help us as well awake our conscience. But thank you anyway for listening. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this.
You're welcome. I mean, if someone has something else to tell us, something.
Thank you also, and I want to say that I really like the silence between the talking today. I don't know why, but I really like it. It's to integrate what it is.
Me too. It's actually following a nice rhythm. I like it. That's yeah, I'm enjoying it too.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I want to say about the I am concept, how I feel it, and how it is done in the OPPT process. And through this Aquarius area that we're going through, and the vibrations arising here in this place here, but also and in other places. We are all souls who are coming again and again. We have connected in the past. I feel this. I feel that I have already memories that are awakened through my own experience. And the period of I am is that every human being has to stand on his sovereign beingness, and in material and in spiritual level. And I feel that all these beings that were mentioned before, I feel them not like something outside me, but something that belong into the oneness I am. And I feel this sovereignty and power that we have as human beings. And I can see that also through the process of I am, the people are connected more to their sovereign status. They get the connection with these beings, and also the connection with the divine source where we all come. And we're going through a period of time that we don't seek to find saviors into different masters, to different other people who came on this earth, who are very important. Of course, they are into this oneness, but also we can be the masters of ourselves if we're truly connected to our spiritual source where we come from. So it's time for us to be sovereign and stand on our own experience and experience all this communion with all these beings and all the universe as a oneness. This is how I feel it. And I feel that we have gone through a period of time, maybe 10, 20 years ago, I was through this period of time. We were looking to some masters or some teachers or some gurus or whatever. The hardcore of the I am, we is process is that every human being can be sovereign and connected directly to the source. and also open with love to all other beings that exist on this universe. This is how I feel, and I'm really glad that I live in this period of time to experience this awakened and enlightened moments. Thank you.
Yes, it is. I completely agree with you. I'm also very happy to be here, and I completely agree that just with our intention and just willing, you are connected to the source all the time. It's maybe it's the ego that doesn't a lot of times let other people or whoever is I got kind of confused with my words, but it's the ego who doesn't let you actually maybe feel that connection because there's so much noise there with the ego. But actually we are all connected to the source, and it's just a matter of engaging in empowering yourself, engaging in your sovereignty, and just connecting to the I am. Yeah, I don't see either why we should do too many things to just be able to be connected to the source, because we are already connected. Yeah. Thank you.
I am somehow too lazy to speak. I feel a very interesting energy, just sort of like, I don't know if you're feeling the same, but
Yes. Yes.
very,
Yes.
very strange. But I wanted to say that ever since I remember, I've always been very, very connected to my intuition, and I'm very telepathically connected. And then, of course, life takes off, and you get married and have kids, and you have careers and work, and you sort of get out of touch. And then I come to Italy, and I'm totally alone, completely in solitude. And before that, I would meditate every single day. I would do a very powerful meditation, actually called Merkaba meditation. And I would not skip a day. And I would do all the kinds of meditations as well. And when I came here, I started to strip myself of everything, of all, let's say, habits, and also the meditation habits. I threw them all out of the window. And I just decided to just flow with life.
Yes.
And then the meditation just becomes part of me. The intuition just flows in. Of course, when you don't have any external disturbing factors, it's easier this way. But at the beginning, I was really upset with myself not to sit down specifically and meditate. But now I take it as being integrated much more than now I'm going to meditate and the rest of the day I'm doing something else. It's the soul flow that becomes part of you in your actions, and listening to your intuition. But also what you said, Grace, is so important, is to be aware of your multidimensionality, to be aware of what is what. Is this the ego speaking, your personality, your orchestra in dissonance? Or is it your soul speaking, your composer? No, the music, actually. So so it is to be an observer and notice what parts of you are active. So anyway, I'm too lazy to say anything more, so I'm just gonna stop now and give it to you.
Solrun, I appreciate your laziness.
Me too. I appreciate your sincerity so much.
Just want to say, hey, Gilberto, you have a speech for us tonight. You're muted. You have to unmute yourself. You guys, can you help him? I have no idea where.
Maybe you have to go on his.
I can't unmute him, unfortunately, I don't think.
No, he needs to unmute himself.
Yeah.
Because we have no control over his mic.
I can mute him. I did it because of the echo, but oh well. We have to learn to read lips now. Yeah.
Gilberto, you have to press the button on the left corner down. You see a microphone, it says mute and unmute. You have to press it so we can hear you.
Yay! Yahoo!
I didn't know because I was thinking that you can hear me, but you can't. No, I'm just listening to wonderful souls talking, and I'm listening because I think that you are at higher level than me, and so I'm here to learn. So I'm a student, and so I'm just listening because I have something that I would like to understand, because mostly in this period, I think it's important. What can we do for vaccinated people? How can we help them? I'm not talking about drugs, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about, because in my case, example, I am a masseur, okay, I have been a doctor, now I'm doing just massage, and I work with the energy and so on. But in front of vaccinated people, I have to say that I don't know what to do. If you have some advice about, I would appreciate.
Gilberto, can you come close to the microphone? And Grace, can you mute your...
You didn't understand anything what they're saying.
It's very low, because we were listening more to Grace.
What is this microphone? I don't know. What is the problem here? Okay, let's do something. Just a second. Then I have to repeat everything.
No, we heard you very, very nice. But Anna says, if you come closer, we can hear you even better.
Yeah, there is a problem probably, and I'm going to use my headset. No, headset, no. Earbuds, if I can, because. Okay, just a few hours, please. Because I have okay, done. Now I put here. Okay, let's see if it's possible. Okay, it's not very good, but anyway.
Yeah, it's very good now.
Any other?
Yes, that's what we needed.
And
That's wonderful.
Now I don't. Okay.
Okay.
Now it's wonderful. Okay. Okay, but now I need, because otherwise I can't. I don't see myself, but I don't know. But can you hear? Can you see myself? Hey, can you see myself? Can you see me?
See your face.
We see you and we hear you well.
Yes.
Okay, because I don't see anything. I don't have an idea. Okay, should I repeat what I said?
No.
Okay, someone can have an answer?
Yes, unless
Advice.
someone has to say something, I can share some feeling that I got when I heard your questions. Okay, so.
Sorry, Marco, I would really like to say something, and then I have to say hello to everybody, although I'm happy to hear from Gilberto. I just wanted to say something that I had in my mind while listening to Gilberto, that at this period of time, I think everybody has already chosen what he or she wants to do, and we cannot help somebody if this person does not really want some help. This is how I'm perceiving this.
Yeah, but I'm talking about people that are coming to me.
And they are asking you for help, you mean?
They say, I don't feel well, I got vaccinated, and after that, I started to feel bad, and I don't think that it's my age, because I'm not so old, because she's, I don't know, 56, so she's young, and but everything changed, and I don't know what to do. That's the problem. Okay,
I understand. I don't know what I could say to someone if he would sharing this thing with me. Maybe I would telling how I was feeling, or that I can understand him, and I don't know what else. Maybe Marco can help us more. So guys, I really want to stay, but I can't. I have to say good night to all of you, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Kelly.
Can I ask you something? Can I see the next of the conversation somewhere? Do you, are you putting this?
we are recording, and so we will make it available for everyone. But
okay. So we'll see the next day the rest of the group. Bye.
Yes. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I have a few minutes too, but anyway, there are so many things that can be felt through your words, Gilberto. Well, I just want to make a little short introduction about the idea of teaching and student, because you said I'm a student and I want to learn. Both student and teacher are two sides of the same coin. So we are always simultaneously student and teachers, depend which role we are going to play in different situations. And there could be a long explanation of that, but I want to go back to the second part.
You have more knowledge. than I have.
Well, that's the debatable because within
I think
yourself,
so.
yeah, I mean, that's that's the conversation that you're having with yourself. But I can tell you that within yourself, there is everything that the multi-universe wisdom has within himself. Everything is within you. I cannot tell you anything that you don't know. I can certainly, by sharing with you my uniqueness, I can help you to remember as much as you can help me to remember more who we already are, you know. But being said that, how to help vaccination. First of all, when they tell you, please help, I feel this and I feel that, who is talking? Because if you really want to know the truth, you have to somehow get in conversation with their soul.
Very good question.
Because who is coming with you, is coming to you and telling you things, is the victim, savior, I'm little, insignificant, poor me, kind of ego narrative, and he's coming to you, please help me. But that's not.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I feel that she would like to be helped because she found herself in trouble. She trusted, we can say, people who said to her, if you get vaccinated, you will stay well, everything will be okay, and so on. And now she is in a situation which is say, okay, I got vaccinated. I was thinking to stay well, to be protected, and so on. And I found myself that I'm in trouble, but before I wasn't. And I wasn't sick. But now I feel, and I feel that everything in my body doesn't work. And even my thoughts are different. There's something wrong with me, and I don't know what to do. So I would think that it's not really the ego that can say that. Maybe. I don't know. I felt bad when she was talking to me. And I say, how can I help you? What I can do for you? But I didn't say anything, of course, because if I would be the therapist, I'm not going to the person say how I can help you. But I'm trying to understand what I can do for her. And I don't know. Until now, I don't have an idea.
Yes. So if we look at the situation from a holistic point of view, this guy is also helping you to understand, to get a deeper understanding of what is going on in this reality. If you could, let's say, get, for example, in hypnotherapy and bypass all his filters and go straight to the core of his soul and ask him for what is going on, he will not tell you, please help me. He will tell you, I'm doing this because this and this and this. And he will tell you very joyfully what he's doing. Okay, so to understand better, we need to understand that there are different role playing in this planet. Not all the soul came here for the same reason. And there are different parts that different soul plays. And it's very much like when you go to watch a movie. When you watch a movie, usually there is the main character who create the narrative of the movie, and then there are supportive actors, and then there are the so-called extras. Okay, and all these different roles are all equally very important for the movie to be beautiful and to create a beautiful story. All right, and so the extras are those that create the scenography, the support, the surrounding, and and support the whole characteristic of the movie. And the supportive actor are those that support the major actor, which are having the full experience. And this is pretty much how is our hologram here structured. We have extras, which actually are about 65% of the world population. And these are basically don't even have an individual soul, they have a collective soul, and their role is the one to support the narrative of the matrix where we are playing the game. Then there is the supportive actors, and supportive actors are those that are, they have individual souls, but they are here just for the ride. So they just here, they sign up the contract, they follow the curriculum, whatever the matrix says, and then they leave. They have no interest in changing the game or evolving. They just want to get into the ride, like when you go in the roller coaster. You just want to go in the roller coaster, have fun, and then leave and bye-bye. And then there's a small percentage, and most likely all of us here are part of this small percentage, or those souls that came here not just to have a ride, but also to change the game, to change, to transmute the game, to facilitate the necessary changing that is taking place right now, which is the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new one. So when you see things from that point of view, and a patient comes to you, you can get a sense of which role he's playing. Is he playing an extra? Is he playing a supportive actor, or is he playing a major actor? Because based on what you have in front, you will have a different approach and a different understanding and a different opportunity to be of support. Most of the people that are vaccinated, not all of them, but most of them are usually extras or are supportive actors. So are soul that have been supporting the matrix, and because the matrix right now is collapsing, they are just finding one way to go to play in another dream, in another hologram, in another operating system. And so they use the vaccination as a way out. And because when the soul decides to leave the game, there's no such a thing of death from the point of view of a soul. There's no death. The death is only within the ego narrative. But when the soul decides to leave a game to continue his adventure somewhere else, he always chooses the most supportive way for the environment to live. So let's say that I am here and have my family and my surrounding. As a soul, I decided that I'm done with this experience. I'm ready to go somewhere else. Then my question is, how can I be support? How can I departure in what way I can departure in order to be positively impactful to my family or my surrounding, my environment. And so many so right now are choosing the vaccination as a way to show that vaccination maybe is not a good idea, for example. Okay. So I know that this is kind of a little bit like a very sci-fi kind of way of see things, but it's like a seed for you to maybe consider this different way to perceive reality.
Yeah, of course. But I think that she is, I could say, she's really very interested in we could say in finding something that can help her, because she was coming not just because usually she was coming usually. We can say that I saw her a few times, and always she was coming for a reflexology station or massage or something like that, just like that. But last time when she came, she was like, I don't know, I felt something strange.
Different.
Totally, completely, absolutely. She was another person.
Right. Okay. You want to go, Gabriel?
Yes. I don't have an answer for what you're going through, Gilberto. I can only share with you what I'm experiencing with a very, very precious colleague of mine, who's in some ways going through the same experience as your client, So I work with this lovely woman who's retired, and she's been supporting my work for a few years now. And she's an extremely brilliant woman, in her own way, very spiritually oriented. And she decided to take also the vaccine. And contrary to your client, has not expressed necessarily a concern or a malaise or feeling weird or feeling strange or feeling all kinds of issues or differences. But as her close partner in work, I felt a huge change in her. Her energy level has completely shifted. Sometimes she's distracted. And although it's not exactly the same situation that you're living, Gilberto, who is the person who comes to you for help, the only thing I do is to just be there for her. And occasionally I just ask her, how you doing? And how's everything? And I truly connect as a friend. I cannot tell her how she feels. I know, of course, she hasn't come for me for any help, but she comes and she explains to me some of the troubles she has, but not necessarily related to the vaccine. But I know deep down that it is because of the vaccines. So I just basically be there for a friend, because if I truly want to share with her, I enjoy her company, and I do not address the issue directly. All I could say is for her, I tell her, hey, how you doing? How's everything? How can I be here for you? And sometimes just listening and the presence is all that these people need to let the complaints of the ego out of not feeling right. So I don't know if this is any help, but I could tell you how I deal with it, because I feel the differences as well as you felt the differences with that pain, that person. So it's the only thing I know I can do, because there's no way I can go into any kind of discussion or talk about, you know, the goods and the bads of the vaccine and all of that stuff, because it's completely useless. It's completely useless. So I just wanted to share that with you.
I think the best
Thank you so
service
much.
provide is presence. Many times we don't need to speak too much, but just be in the presence of the other, and that's the biggest service we can provide.
Thank you so much.
Gilberto, I have to say that everything is energy in our life. We are human beings, but more than this, we are energy, and our actions and activities also are energy. And you know, when you come two human beings into the exchange of energy, sometimes the other human being who is not in another consciousness level or whatever, tries to take the energy out of the other human being. So what I would say is just try to be present in your power first, not to give your energy for this. And after you are into this presence and in your energy strong, then you can help in a practical level, but with no emotions. The emotions absorb the energy. Okay, when you get sad, when you get frustrated, when you get angry because you cannot help, these are the emotions who get you into this other victim energy to give your energy. So try to be the observer of yourself and protect yourself first. This is the most important thing. And through your presence, you can help the soul in another level, and you can do practical things into your life. You will see you will get the solutions with no emotions. This is what I have to say from my own experience. And also, you know, in Africa, there are children who are in hunger. We don't help them when we give them bread. We help them when we give them how to live a life as independent human beings. And to do this, first of all, is we have to be in our presence and to be strong and to be also safe in our energy level. This is what I feel I have to say.
Thank you so much.
And I've heard that there is through sound a lot of things of the vaccine can be reversed. I exactly don't know the sound, but maybe that this person could feel better listening to whatever sound she resonates with. I don't know if it will do anything or not, but yeah. Yeah, I agree with Zafeiris. Yeah, people who are in that position energetically, they usually suck up your energy. So yeah, work with other beings to protect the space. But I think it's also all the time a matter of how we see things. You know, if you think they're gonna suck up your energy, then they will probably. I think that an approach from love and trying to make that person feel better emotionally and maybe even physically. But one thing I know is that it's a choice that these people are making, and I know it can't be from a known perspective. It cannot be taken out of your body right now. So basically, they have signed up their sentence, and it's a choice they did by themselves. And really, there's not much we can do to help them, except like what Gabriel says. You know, just be there, or make them feel. Do your therapy, like Marco was saying. Do your therapy, but you know, like know who is asking for your help. Or like Zafeiris was saying, you know, just be careful with your energy. I would take all the approaches at the same time because it's something that we don't know really right now what we're what we're going to be dealing with. We don't know how this is going to evolve eventually with people that are vaccinated. I have even heard that actually is going to disconnect people from their soul completely at some point. So yeah, that's all I will have to say.
And
Okay,
guys, I'm
thank you.
sorry to interrupt. I need to leave. So when I'm going to leave, the recording is going to stop. So if someone of you can continue, and then you send me the last piece of the recording, I put it together, and then I send it to everyone. Is
I
anybody?
think we, I mean, we
In
have
my case,
half
I should go. So
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're all good now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all good.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
We are complete.
We are
Okay, very
complete.
good.
All right.
We are
Thank you.
complete.
okay.
Thank
Okay,
you so
thanks so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hello,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much
Thank you,
again.
everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.